Free is the most powerful word in life and in business as a whole, and that's why you need to learn the power of free. In this video, I'll be breaking down the power of free and how it has helped me generate hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last few years, and how you can do the same for yourself, doing free things so you get massive rewards. Let's get right into it. A few years ago, while I was in the University of Ibadan, I was basically a student, but I was looking to change my life, right? And I was looking out for a lot of opportunities, trying out social media marketing and a host of other things. And then I learned about the power of free from my mentor, Akin Alabi. I had read about it in his book, and then I decided to give it a shot. So the first shot I did was to reach out to a company that I'd been following on social media and tell them, hey, hello, I want to work for you for free as a social media manager. And guess what? He gave me a big no. But then I learned that when you're trying to use what we call the free strategy that is irresistible, you're going to get a lot of no's. But it is now about how many people are you able to reach with what you're trying to say, and eventually you only need one person who gives you the chance. So I decided to reach out to a lot more people, and finally I was able to land my first job. That was in 2018 as a social media manager, because I decided to offer my service for free, and eventually the company decided to start paying me. Because what happens with free is it gives you the opportunity to prove yourself without any pressure, but you now have to put pressure on yourself so that you can prove yourself, right? So now I got the job as a social media manager, and then I started pivoting over the last few years, and I grew really fast into the whole thing, started building a business, built multiple seven-figure businesses in Nigeria before I relocated abroad. And when I relocated abroad, I came into Canada to school. And if you've maybe tried to school abroad, you know how difficult it is to combine schooling with running a business. It was quite tough. So I decided to take a break. So I took a break from business for a while, and it was quite tough because when I took this break, a lot of things were changing. Like, the world is evolving so fast now that if you're not moving fast as well, you'll be left behind. So by the time I was coming back from my break to get back into business, I discovered that a lot of the skills that I had become obsolete. So what did I do? I decided to take 3 months of my life to brush up my skill, to upskill again. And that's why when people say things like, oh, I don't have time that I can use to learn things, I'm like, I already did marketing for years. I was already successful, and I understood that I wouldn't just get back into the industry and think I was going to get handed over a check. I needed to put in the work. So I sat down, studied massively, 8 to 12 hours a day for 3 months, and after doing that, I decided to go offer my work for free. Typically, I could do this thing where I start like getting clients and all of that, but I was like, okay, no, I was still going to use the free method to see if this thing remains proven, because like I've said, free happens to be one of the most powerful words in this world, and no one really says no to free things, not even you. So now I reached out to someone and I was like, hey, hello, my name is Tammy. I could help you with this. I would write your VSL, and then you don't pay me. You only pay me when whatever I work on for you makes you more profits than you're currently making. Now, I know that's so weird. A lot of people don't have the chest to do something like that and say, no, don't pay me, only pay me when this result is gotten. Now, the only way you get to that level of confidence, and maybe it's not just the confidence, is that you need to own up your skill. And that's why you see I said earlier that I had spent 3 months, 8 to 12 hours a day brushing up on my skills. So I knew for a fact that I was good. I just needed that new opportunity to brush up my confidence and get going again. So the guy gave me a chance. I wrote his VSL, we put together a webinar, and within a few weeks of me working with him, we had generated a few $10,000. And after we had done that, he gave me my first cut and split, and I was like, man, now I'm good. And then we're like, okay, deal done, thank you. I was going to go use the portfolio that I built from his project to get newer gigs and build my business further from there. But then it was like, no, you've done something fantastic. We can partner and work on this project together. Now, that was my first big deal as I was back into business, and it has gone on to make me tens of thousands of dollars just because I offered that free service. Now, that was all. Immediately I was done with that, I was still pretty much working on that. Then I reached out to someone else. I'm like, oh, hello, I was going to work on this thing for you again for free. And then we put up the whole thing. I wrote the VSL, the webinars, and then we put it all together. And within a month of working with the person again for free again, we went on to make another tens of thousands of dollars. And as we went on to make the tens of thousands of dollars, as the plan is, because free is not because I want to give you something for free. I don't like you. It is about what is in it for me. But I know you wouldn't listen to what I have to say if I don't come in with the free angle. And I know fully well that no one says no to free things. So I read out again, we made good money, and we're like, oh, okay, we could run a partnership again, and I get a revenue share of this deal that we're currently on. And guess what? We got on the deal again, and the deal has gone on to make another tens of, even almost hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And I've been getting something from that. So all of this is to tell you that free is so powerful when it comes to marketing. If you're at any point in life where you're stuck, the main and the first thing you want to do is own your skill. Learn a new thing, become so good at it that you're confident to tell people, don't pay me if I don't help you achieve certain results. And I think another thing that a lot of people are scared about or really don't like to try are like results-based work. So a lot of people like this type of work where I just go into the office, I sit down, there's really no way to measure my performance. But if you want to leverage using the work free, then you want to embrace performance-based work. Because with performance-based work, people can see what you bring into the table and how you are directly impacting their business. And if you are able to impact their business, automatically, no one wants to lose money for their business. Like, the reason why they're doing business in the first place is to make more money. So, and you're making them more money, they would keep you. And now, this doesn't just apply to marketing. It applies to every other part of life, from even software development down to being a virtual assistant. It all comes down to how much value are you able to offer to this person, and how can this person measure this value. That's why you see when we talk about goal setting, we tell it's important to set goals that are smart. That is, you want to set goals that are specific, goals that are measurable, goals that are attainable, goals that are realistic and timely. If you make your free offer around this smart strategy, it becomes a lot more easier to get people to take that bet on you. And when they take this bet on you, it becomes easier for you to land that first very big gig, and from there the sky becomes the starting point. So all I'm saying is, stop trying to get money out of everything. As much as possible, when you're starting out something new, or even if you are an expert, try as much as possible, whenever you have a downtime, whenever you think you're behind, you're struggling with something, offer that service for free. Give it to someone who would find it valuable, and your life will never remain the same. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with your friends, your family, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.